Hello, hello. This is Johnny Cycles of cyclesgaming.com, bringing you another edition of sort of jank. Nah, I'm playing a Archon of Cruelty deck, Grixis, with Moonshadow and Twilight Diviner. Well, so Twilight Diviner meant to help build, grow our Moonshadow, and then also double up our Archons and Oculi. And then, um, otherwise, it's just sort of a Grixis good stuff. I feel bad. I feel bad because I normally play the jank, and now I'm not. But hey, at least I'm playing the Moonshadow on turn one. So they see, I put in my description, testing out some Lorwyn Eclipsed cards. So they see it, they know it's Lorwyn Eclipsed. We need a we need a we need to find a persist, and we need to find a way to get this Born Oculus into the graveyard so that we can unearth it. It's gonna be sweet. That's annoying. That can counter our various things. All right, let's see if we can find something like an Oculus. Even a frog we might unearth, to be honest. Although that would be stupid, because then we wouldn't be able to unearth the Oculus. Raucous Theater. We'll keep that. We just need to find a way to get this Archon of Cruelty in the graveyard before our opponent can tap, you know, have like counter magic open. Alright, so consigned to memory, I mean, it makes me think this is control, but it could also be the Neoform deck. And they don't want us, they see our open mana and they don't want to go for it with worrying about counter spells. And little do they know. So did they totally whiff? 4 cards, you like put a land card for mana. And they must have put something into their hand, right? Okay. Let's try this again. And then we'll go get probably should have gotten a Thundering Falls actually, now that I remembered that we had one. Lightning Bolt into the graveyard. Combat. We can cycle to unearth now. 1, 2, 3. That would put 4 cards. We're getting close to where we just. We don't even. Oh, no. Ouch. Well. We're getting close. We need one more card, 2 more cards in the graveyard, and it is a Steam Fence put into the graveyard. I definitely should have done all that after playing the Moonshadow. We would have gotten 1 counter off of it, but. Opponent, I think, is probably playing around counter magic that we don't have and can win, or he's going to combo off and win out of nowhere. Meanwhile, we're typically slow player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So close to our alternate win condition of Tier 1, Archon of Cruelty, and Persist. 7 cards, though. Wonder what they have. Faithless Looting. We'll surely get countered, and we're going to end up getting punished for not getting that second red source when we had a chance. One, two, three, four, five, six. don't really want to get rid of this Faithless Looting, but I also want to put more pressure on our opponent, who is going to try to win the game, I assume? Or they have the Consign of Memory to cast to stop the Pact of Negation. Got it. Alright, well, we'll see what happens. We tapped out. Let's see if they can win here. See if we're going to end up regretting getting that Faithless Looting out of our yard. Could have been patient. I didn't want to be patient. Okay. Consign to memory. Yeah, that is fine. They're at 5 though. What are they? They're gonna have to do something to try to win here, right? That's a lot of pressure. I get so distracted by the gameplay. I think with the match I played yesterday or just recently, I died. Just a bolt and a snapcaster made or flashing it back or something. I just didn't even keep track of my life total. It's just trying to, do all I can to. Maybe they have a fog. Anyway, trying to do all I can to like figure out the right lines and sequence everything. Click OK in a timely fashion. Okay, so they couldn't find what they needed. Wow, double persist. So now green blue. What are they going to bring in to help hose the graveyard? So we'll bring in our Thoughtseize. Still not sure what they're up to. Brazen Borrower, though, seems pretty good. Force Negations. This seems like the unfair deck. Then they got extraordinarily unlucky. And then we will take out the Unearths and the Oculus. One Twilight. Well, maybe we take out the Twilight Diviners instead. I think I'll keep those in. I'll keep in the Persist Archon of Cruelty package because if we're able to manage their graveyard hate, then theoretically that will win us the game almost on the spot. Whereas the Oculus isn't necessarily going to do that. 1, 2. I mean, this is our combo. Psychic Frog, put the Archon in, persist it. So yeah, Thoughtseize is pretty good. No way to interact with them if they can go off this turn, though. Thing is, do we want to trying to decide what I want to do. Another persist. Alright. I'm trying to decide. I was going to run out the Ragavan and just assume he'd get killed. And then I decided maybe we want to Watery Grave and Thoughtseize to clear the way for the Ragavan and our Psychic Frog. We could have Thoughtseized that turn to clear the way for the Psychic Frog. I suppose that might have been the better play. Just not sure. Just not sure. No counter magic there. Allosaurus Rider. So we kind of need... now this is their combo. So it is Neoform. And we're dead. That's what you get. Turn 2 win from our opponent. What would we have drawn instead? Another persist. Gosh. Alright. So our opponent, I guess they're probably not even caring about. Maybe we bring in the Consign to Memories. Is that... will it work? I don't think so. So we'll run it right back. So our opponent had it as a perfect draw. Meanwhile, 3 Psychic Frogs, not so good for us. Seems like the lightning bolt might be the one we want to put on the bottom. And then we have to wonder if our opponent can... 6 cards. Do we dare? Try to take their combo piece, I suppose. Double Neoform, Summoner's Pact. I don't know what to do there, huh? Take the Summoner's Pact, I guess. We need to take one of those 2 cards, I think. Since they have double Neoform, we can't not take. It's either Summoner's Pact or Consign to Memory. We would like to not find any more lands. We would have liked to have found like a Faithless Looting there. God, so many lands. Whew. Okay, well, that's what we got. We also would really like to find like a Brazen Borrower. That would make me feel a lot better about what they have over here. They're going to need to find one of their combo pieces. Getting rid of this Summoner's Pact is nice. I'm not sure if that's the right... I mean, they play 4 of each, I'm assuming, of Consign to Memory and Summoner's Pact, so you're kind of just hoping they don't draw what they need. There's the Persist. Can we get lucky and find an Archon of Cruelty? Are they going to Consign to Memory this? They're waiting to do the... they're going to Consign to Memory the Surveil. No, they're not. Okay. Interesting. And look at it. We're just desperate to find some kind of... They can't have any... They drew this, so... Right? They have... Or they have one card we don't know about. I think they might have... I mean, I think they were like, well, maybe we'll do the Consign to Memory on the Surveil, and then they decided not to. Which is probably the right move, to be honest. We really, really, really just need to find something, a way. We have 4 cards, or we have 8 ways of putting this Archon from our hand into the graveyard. And we have a variety, obviously tons of Surveil lands. Variety of ways to put something into the graveyard from our library. A Faithless Looting off the top would be super, super sweet. It might be just game ending, especially if our opponent does something. Alright, they're still digging. Oh my god, so close. So that was the card after the Polluted Delta. It doesn't, when I play against people who play Archon of Cruelties, they never end up with drawing a bunch. I mean, they always end up getting them out on turns 2, 3 or whatever. But when I play it, that's what I get for abandoning my janky ways to play these cards. Alright, Summoner's Pact. They're going for it. But have they found everything? Yeah, then we know about the Neoform. Can they win from here? They can Neoform once, and then is that going to be enough? They're at 8. If they've got the If they just have their combo, I'll be sad. I mean, that's just such... And the Grizzlebrand. Pay 7 life to draw 7 cards. Well, I mean, Faithless Looting, and I think we might get there. Or even, oh, I mean, a Frog. Faithless Looting. Oh, God, another land. It's just incredible. I see. They wanted to stop the Menace from having 7 damage so that we couldn't kill their Grizzlebrand. Man, what a brutal game this has turned out to be. Yeah, this is just, it's insane. They're consigned to memory. They must have found another consigned to memory. Or no, they don't. They're just going to try to pay 7 life to draw 1. So they got one chance at it. One chance. So this is what it comes down to. We've gotten so extraordinarily unlucky with our 19 lands. So they're going to pay 7 to draw 7 and try to find a consigned to memory. And then if they do, we lose. Well, yes. 5, 8, 15, yeah. Sometimes you just lose to your luck. I mean, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and they couldn't find it. So I mean, the luck came out in our hand. It came out anyway in our favor. But man, 11 of our 19 lands. Just brutal. All right, well, we got there anyway. For cyclesgaming.com, this is Johnny Cycles. Catch you all on the next one. Hello. This is Johnny Cycles with cyclesgaming.com. Bringing you, I hate to call it Keeping Modern Janky. It's probably not very janky. I'm trying out Moonshadow and Twilight Diviner from Lorwyn Eclipsed, and this is my least janky of all decks. It's a Grixis Archon deck, right? Persist, bring back your Archon. But I want to see how Moonshadow plays with it. I mean, we're faithless. We're trying to fill our graveyard with stuff, right? Permanents, lands, things like that. So with Faithless Looting, we can put those Archons in the graveyard and grow this. So it's not bad, right? All right, so they get some energy. Now, do we want to just dash in Ragavan to get some value? Do we want to Moonshadow number 2? And then Faithless Looting, now that we have so many lands. I mean, I did write in the comments I'm trying to test out some new Lorwyn cards, so at least I get them right off the bat. And our opponent doesn't think I'm just, oh god, free spells in Modern. Free spells in Modern. Gotta love it, man. Got to love it. And we can't even, it doesn't matter because we can shuffle it. We're going to shuffle it away, right? We could just play this and keep it on top and then have that in the... I hate to not even advance our board, but I don't want to shuffle away our beautiful, beautiful Twilight or Moonshadow. And this way, if they want to... Yeah, damn you. If they would like to... oh man, they kept a risky keep, it looks like. Do they have another one? They do not, currently. They kept a risky keep. I mean, they kept a very interactive keep, I would say. So, it's Steam Vents, I suppose. Faithless Looting. Discard 2 cards. Grow that to a 4/4. Do we have any more red sources? We do not. Well, we're going to sculpt our draw then. And then we can dash in our Ragavan next turn, perhaps. Well, if one's good, two's better, right? We did say Lorwyn Eclipsed cards. Alright, turn 3, we got a 4/4 menace. We probably need to fix our mana base a little bit with a few more untapped cards that we can... Alright, opponent really struggling if they don't make a land drop here. They do find a land. See if they have a counter spell. 3 Moonshadows. It's kind of busted. Subtlety. Another subtlety. Oh man, just subtlety after subtlety, man. Wan Xing Tong too. Okay, do we want it on the top? Sure, we'll put it on top. What is their last card? Is it a counter spell? It is not. Is it a kill spell? It is not. Do we find a kill spell? Sink into stupor. They might have liked that one. Okay, opponent kept a very interactive hand with one land, but they found their lands, and they're going off a little bit. They're gonna get some card draw. We still have a lot of live draws ourselves with just persist and Archon that can really hose them. Because we're putting so much pressure on them with our early game, which is exactly the plan. And they know about the Ragavan now, so they don't want to do anything. Moonshadow. And also their life total is dangerously low at this point. Just putting bodies on the battlefield is enough, and really, and see if they found some counter magic for this. You can draw a card and hope to find a free spell. I mean, Archon would be great. Persist and Lightning Bolt. We kind of don't want put into on top. Put on top. We don't. Neither one of them are permanents, so we will be happy to draw them both. Persist is kind of like the least useful at this point. Yep, drawing a card. If they were permanents, then I think we would have put them in the graveyard to grow our Moonshadows, but they're not. Alright, they're desperate for something. Got so many cards now. Double Lightning Bolt on this, and suddenly we're drawing a card. And scooping it up, I guess, is what I would imagine. Although they could have found a land. Nope. Alright, so that went to plan. Oh, yeah, so this isn't the jankiest deck. I mean, we did get to see the janky cards from the deck, which I'm testing out, Twilight Diviner, Moonshadow, so that's pretty sweet. But the rest of it, man, is just straight up busted magic cards. Alright, is it... They don't know that we're a graveyard deck, per se. So I'm going to bring in a little... They saw the Faithless Looting, so they probably do figure we're a graveyard deck. Maybe take out the Twilight Diviners. They're nice. They're very... If they just hose our graveyard, is there anything we can do? Well, we can try it. Hopefully they don't have a lot to hose our graveyard, and hopefully what they do have is stuff we can interact with either via Thoughtseize or Brazen Borrower. But at least my opponent can't yell at me for not playing Lorwyn Eclipsed cards. That's almost what won us the game. All of what, I mean, obviously in conjunction with Faithless Looting and a Ragavan, but still pretty sweet. I mean, this is Yeah, I might. We'll see how persistent Archon. I've lost to that combo so many times. We'll see if I end up having the same luck and then fall in love with the deck and be like, I have to play it. Um, I think we keep this. I think we keep it and find a land, hopefully, and then we can try to draw into some stuff. We have an answer with the Bolt for the Tameo, especially if we draw an untapped land, which would be ideal here. Nope. Alright, so they're going to get a hit in. I mean, we have to find a land, right? We could have Faithless Looted and then gotten rid of that Lightning Bolt, but we have to find a land. Our opponent's like, oh, they're digging for lands. Yeah, you're right, we are. And we have this just, yeah, we're one land away from making our game plan just coming together in a beautiful way. Opponents finding their lands. Counter magic, sure. What do we care about the most? We better see if we even have something we can get. Is there a Blood Crypt in our deck? Washington. There is. And a Steam Vents. So we want the Steam Vents. Moonshadow and a Persist, huh? I don't even... I think we just put both Persists into the graveyard, to be honest. It's kind of weird, but we have a handful of nice things and we have another Persist, so... Alright, well, Field of Ruin's annoying. They're going to grow their Dork. Do we have basics? I think we have some basics. Island. Yeah, 3/3 Vigilance is very nice. Unearth. Do we have anything in there to unearth? I think I don't have... Yeah, I put all instants and sorceries in there. And we're kind of hung up on mana. Black and blue. Run this out, I suppose. It does have the most upside. No attacks. Land or Archon. At this point, I don't ever see our Archon coming back with a Persist, given how much mana our opponent has. Yeah, so then we can, I guess, Moonshadow. And try to pitch some things. Combat. Return target spell or non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Do we even want to pitch anything? I don't think so. Lightning bolt. Yeah, I mean that's fine. We could have pitched to try to grow it out of lightning bolt range, but then we empty our hand. We really just hung up on mana. Yeah, I think we're probably not gonna. I don't think. I mean, you never know, but it seems like unlikely that we're gonna come back with this going on. I mean, a land would be good, but then they can counter anything we play, especially like a faithless looting to try to. Yeah, the one single island, man. I really hung up on some stuff here with the manas. Yep. Now we're having the mana trouble that our opponent was under last game. Alright, so what are we want the blood crypt probably? Growing the... Well, that's awkward. With that on the stack, we will lightning bolt this. Try to at least. We can now unearth. We can, yeah, anyway. We'll see what happens. Opponent's got so many cards. Can we fight through it all? I don't know. Spell snare. Alright, so... And then I guess I was at low enough of a life that they were able to bolt and then double bolt. I missed it. Let's see. Oh, they attacked me? Alright, cool. Alright, so those our first two games were both defined by mana screw. Our opponent kept a very interactive one lander. We kept a very full of action one lander ourselves, and then both of us got max punished. So I guess maybe that's the lesson. You don't keep a one lander. So we can bolt their first threat if they play their Tameo on end step, or we can sculpt their draw. See what we find. Another raucous theater. Do we want to run out the frog? That's our only force of negation card, so I'm not so sure we do. Well, we might as well make them pay more energy. Persist. I guess we put it on top because it does allow us to, it doesn't save our Moonshadow, for instance. And then it also gives us something to play towards if we ever get to find an Archon. Seems like they have a spell snare mana up. Let's find out what we're drawing. Because we might just be able to persist it. Force a negation. I just don't think those are... I mean, they're not going to fight the counter battle wars because it's always going to be on our turn that we're trying to fight the counter battle war. Yeah, Stern Scolding. Alright. Well... Okay, so we can just bolt this and then persist back, or we can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 try to get out the Oculus. Feels like we're going to be, feels like we're losing the counter battle right now a little bit. We could not do that. No response. Alright. We got a 0-1 frog, baby. We can block a Tameo, though. Alright, 3 cards. I hate to pitch a Oculus just to force negate something, but Flame of Anor. What are the chances? Okay, that's fine. What are the chances that they'll find a subtlety in their top cards and they'll return our Oculus? Sigh. Okay, well, boo and hiss. We'll see what we can do here. A Moonshadow. Well, this is our time. This is our window. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it resolves. Very nice. Flame of Anor, however, they can get back and kill it. If this had been a blue card, it would have been a little bit better for us, but at least we get a Manifest Dread once. Faithless Looting, Faithless Looting. Alright, well, okay. Take it, I guess. And they have a Snapcaster Mage, yeah. Would have been really nice for us to have managed to find a blue spell there so that we could have cast Force Negation. I mean, so if we had, who knows? I mean, the Oculus is such a powerful threat that we kind of we just don't want to not. We just have to. I think we have to have it. Okay. Faithless. We've tried our Archon. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for the Faithless looting. I think our opponent forgot to do their. One. So yeah. Alright, well, I mean, the persist is going to be on our turn, so we're not going to be able to have force negation, mana, thunder trap drainer. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library, maybe able to knock offspring 4. That's so they're going to kind of have a wizard theme going on. That's cool. They have so much mana. There's just no way our Archon's going to survive, right? Flame of Anor. Down to 14. I guess a Thoughtseize would be best. If we could find a Thoughtseize to clear the way. Let's see what we find. I mean, the frog is going to help clear the way a little bit. As is, they have a Flame of Anor, so they're not going to counter. I don't think they're going to feel the need to counter anything. They're just going to Flame of Anor and draw more cards. Alright, well, they got one of their counter spells out, but now they're going to just draw more cards. They're going to have drawn 6 cards off of this, off of their Flame of Anors, and a clue, so that just feels like the Archon ever resolving is going to be hard, and also they have the Flame of Anor that can just kill it. It seems it's pretty lame to have to trade here and here. I mean, to trade Ragavan for this, but we're doing it. They have so many cards. Like, they're crushing us on card advantage. Run that out there. Maybe we'll get something out of their hand. It's hard to believe that anything will not get countered. Yep. That's all we can do. So many counter spells. We will get an island. And then we will hopefully draw something good. I mean, another persist, but the chances it's going to tick up are pretty, or that survive are pretty slim. See, that's what we should have. I mean, that's what, we could have waited and then persisted, but You never know when you're going to draw it is the thing. We had to get a shuffle and then find it. I mean, we only have the 3. All right, well, a Blanchard89, it's a pleasure. Thank you for the subs, and good luck with your YouTube channel and fun deck and your Grixis Moonshadow deck. Looking forward to seeing that too. All right, for cyclesgaming.com, this is Johnny Cycles. I'll catch you on the next one. Hello, hello, this is Johnny Cycles with cyclesgaming.com. Winning another die roll, playing, well, we are playing Grixis, Moonshadow, and Twilight Diviner, though you would not know it because of what you see right here. We can't actually play the second frog. Oopsie. But, and also I'm playing the mountain in case we need to bolt something, but we probably should play the swamps in case we drew into an island, but I don't know if we'll see. It may not matter. Okay, so Eldrazi it is. Got some things against Eldrazi. Emrakul, the Promised End. Yep. So these bolts are not going to be all that good, but you never know. The glaring Flesh Raker is worth killing. Okay, well, persist. Rakdos, baby. Look at that. Basic lands. We play 3 basic lands, and I just added the mountain. Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, maybe we'll unearth. Maybe we'll cycle this unearth. I mean, their removal is going to be things that can kill this Oculus if it's a 4/4 or 5/5. So I just played against a Neoform deck, and they had a sweet turn 2 win. Yeah, chatted with me. It was nice. Alright, that's a bit of a different build, it looks like. But they're ramping hard, man. This could be through the breach. Yeah, we might just be a little bit too far behind the 8 ball already with our clunkiness. If we'd managed to get the Psychic Frog down last turn, we still probably wouldn't have a chance, but 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, they're already up to. I think in a game I might not even show them the unearth. Another Psychic Frog. Another Psychic Frog. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I guess I should have, paid more attention to our mana base there with the Psychic Frog and a mountain and a swamp. But still, the last game we ended up getting there, but we drew so many lands. It was like 11 of our lands. Fetched out a bunch of them, but still. And even if they kick another Sowing Mycospawn, I think we probably are going to end up. We'll see. I suppose they could just not have a big finisher, but they can get this back to their hand, and then, yeah, they can't cast it yet. All right, we'll wait. We'll wait. We'll be patient. Because if we do find that, if they take out our swamp, I think we scoop. If they take out our mountain, I think we can stick it out. Ooh, World Breaker. Yeah, okay, sure. Okay, well, that was fun. So we will bring in almost everything, I think. 12 cards we got to get out of or get rid of. All right, so let's take out the Unearths. Take out the Oculus. Take out the Twilight Diviners. Take out probably a Ragavan. All right, well, this is a test. I think Eldrazi, man, I usually play decks that can kind of compete with Eldrazi with the land destruction at least, but this one, Spreading Seas, good. Double Spreading Seas even. Great. All right, this is all right. The Bolt's sort of a dead card. We'll just start attacking their mana and drawing cards. Like, that's okay. I think we're going to run out the Moonshadow now. Just to get the thing. Okay, so here's the problem with Eldrazi when you play a deck like Eldrazi and you have some land disruption. Kozilek's Command is super powerful. They can, if you don't put a clock on them, what happens is they just end up making their land drops or doing one Kozilek's Command, and then they have all those Scion tokens, and then suddenly they're off to the races. And we do not want that. So we want to put a clock on them, and we have this to do that. Now we do our basic swamp though. Another lightning bolt. Okay. We could have put this up to 2, but we were going to have to go get a non-Surveil land anyway. So this way we can, I think it might all, we'll see if it evens out or not, but we can, alright, Forest. Oh, well. We can Spreading Seas that if we want. I suppose if they put a Utopia Sprawl on it, we might as well, right? Malevolent of Rumble. Yeah, I mean, that's also a good one. Double Lightning Bolt ain't that great against Eldrazi, unfortunately. But if we can chip in enough damage with this Moonshadow, it might be enough. Okay, Kozilek's Command. It must have a bunch of those. Oh, I just realized I can't cast it with what's in their hand. Oh, I think maybe like a Faith Persist. Okay, well, we'll find out. Let's go ahead and Surveil into something. Maybe we get lucky and find an Archon. And then our opponent will be scooping early. Archon, Thoughtseize. It's not something that grows the Moonshadow. It gives us something to do next turn, both Spreading Seas and Thoughtseize, to take away one of their big finishers. So yeah, I think that's okay. That's why we brought it in. We want to slow them down. But the fast clock I was envisioning with this Moonshadow is not going as fast as I had hoped. Alright, so sowing Mycospawn. Let's go get a land, maybe? No, Talisman of It. So this is what we're talking about, right? Their ability just to still make a lot of mana if you don't put a clock on them. Soulless Jailer. Permanent cards in graveyards can't enter the battlefield. Players can't cast non-creature spells from graveyards. Alright, so that is their hate piece. Got it. That's what we were going to hopefully Thoughtseize away. Let's see what else they have over there. Sire of 7 Deaths is 7 mana. 7. They have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they can end up doing this. Man, that's a really good hand from our opponent, huh? I don't think we can beat that. Definitely can't beat that. Whew, man, I think we're in trouble. I think we might be in trouble, folks. Alright, so we can... I don't see our opponent blocking here. So this is... We really want to be able to persist, but we also kind of want to stop them from getting their double Scion token. So I think we just are going to end up bolting that. And hoping that it buys us the time. They're going to get another one with this Malevolent Rumble, but it will slow them down. Oh, they found another land, but it's a Windswept Heath. Also, the bolt really hoses our plan of killing the Soulless Jailer. We have other things we can do, though. Yeah, you got it, homie. More forests. Cost 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is, and so what's happening right now is we are not putting enough pressure on our opponent to. They're just going to do a mini one, I think, or they're going to exile something. Oh, so it might go spawn. We're not putting enough pressure on our opponent, unfortunately. That they're going to end up making enough land drops that they can just hardcast a World Breaker. 1. So they're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're going to end up being able to cast a World Breaker through all of our hate. So sad face there. We need to start with a Spreading Seas because we're going to do that no matter what. See what we draw. If we get double bolt, there's hope, right? This is the problem with Eldrazi, though. Like, you can't dirtle against them. You really have to... You need to fund all your hate pieces, and then you need to... we haven't seen a single consigned to memory. We actually haven't seen any of our hate... Well, Thoughtseize counts, I suppose. Another persist. No, this is what we needed. No, man. We're drawing clunky, that's for sure. Drawing clunky. We need a blue source and a consigned to memory. There's the blue source. What if we find... I think we have to get the island, right? Because if we find a consigned to memory, that's kind of our only out right now. Oh my gosh. Discard 2 cards. They might as well just if they double, they can't double block because then we'll take out their Soulless Jailer. But we've just pitched everything that. Oh man! All right, so they'll probably find a land. If they don't, then we may dodge something. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7 mana. There's their land. They just top decking these. They've top decked Windswept Heath like it's going out of style. Here comes the Sire of 7 Deaths. And they're at 6, so our double bolt plan, man, we would have had him. We would have had him with the double bolt. Maybe we'll get lucky and draw another bolt. It is possible, folks. It is possible. Oh, God, okay. Well, we can't cast things from our graveyard, right? They still have the World Breaker. We, go to 3. Oh, man, I just think we're in big trouble. I mean, we might as well give it a shot, right? They might go to 2. Just to keep the Soulless Jailer from dying. Alright, they did. They were afraid of the Soulless Jailer. Alright. Whew. Got there. Miraculous. There's our consigned memory. Good lord. Alright. Alright, well, this is good. We will keep it again. Lightning Bolt isn't that great, but we saw it won us a game. So, Spreading Seas. Opponents on the play. So we can make that an island and make them lose their Utopia Sprawl. What do we find? How exciting. Okay. I mean, at this point, yeah, if they're going to imprint something, I think we end up hosing that. Though green really does set them up. We'll see what they play. If they play another way of getting a green source, but they have so many ways. All right, that's why we have the Brazen Borrowers. Ooh, Archon. So we want to have the Brazen Borrower to bounce this and then continue about our business, basically. Hopefully this takes them off of green. Alright, well, we're done with that for now. Okay, so we can Moonshadow. We just need to find a persist. So they found their green source. So now they're up to 4 mana, which means they can go exile one of our... Or they can go get another land. Alright, the race is on. Alright, Malevolent Rumble. That's not the scariest. Alright, so what is our plan? Our plan is to play a Moonshadow, fetch, play a Psychic Frog, hopefully find a land, which we put in the graveyard, but hopefully find a land, and then we can Brazen Borrow and a persist. So then we can pitch the Archon of Cruelty, Brazen Borrower, blah blah blah. 3 colorless out of our opponent with 3 cards in hand. I suppose we could also, I don't know if the Thought Seize changes our math any. Another Archon, gosh. Hold on, we need, okay, that blue, we better do this one just in case. We might only have a basic swamp in there. black and blue. Alright, we probably just go ahead and get... Alright, well, this is where we're at. We're hoping that our opponent can't do anything too big. We can pitch double Archons, and if we find... well, you need a land and a persist, but we can still maybe... 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the magic number. We didn't find a Thought Season time. Is it an Ugin? That would be, or is it, oh, sorry, 7 Deaths. Alright, well, I mean, that is not nice for us. But again, we're at a point where, man, the lifelink is brutal. We can brazen borrow it. So they found a lot of their sideboard hate. We managed to find we found multiple Spreading Seas last game, and then we found a brazen borrow this game. So I mean, it was enough last game with thanks to our opponent. You know, I don't think it was a misplay, but it was a calculated risk. Okay, Scalding Tarn. Now we're cooking. I think we have 2 black, red. That makes it 7/7. And a 4/5. That's 11. Not quite dead yet. One, 2, 3. This is a big hit. So this is let's see what we find here. Another land. Well, that means we are very close to just being able to kill with the frog. If their follow-up is just another Sire 7 Deaths, I think we're going to be okay. Because we'll be able to swing in. If they have a bigger thing, then we're going to be in trouble. So we're really just hoping that it's a Sire 7 Deaths again. They could get this, but then I don't think they can cast it. If it's a World Breaker, that thing has reach. But then we can get the minute. Alright, that's what we wanted to see. It has reach though. Faithless Looting. So this is going to be 7. We can go 5, 6, 7. Kill it. And then they take 7. We can cast a Faithless Looting and end up discarding both of these to try to find. And what a game. Alright, We put them to 5. And then they go back up to 12. And this does it, and it doesn't die. It's got first strike. I think we have to just attack with everybody. And then lightning, pitch everything to keep this alive, essentially. Because our opponent is hoping to just stay alive long enough that we can, that they can cast a big fatty. All right, I mean this, whew, man, it's a game. I tell you though, this is one reason I think, well, Grixis in general, this kind of has some game because we don't even need our graveyard necessarily to do what we're doing. This helps a lot though when you don't need your graveyard. And now they need a creature, and they can get this. Tap it to return it to their hand. 2, 4, 5, 6. They can't cast it. They need another. So they need a land, and then they can do that. And then they can exile, but it's kind of pick your poison a little bit. You exile this. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do. I'm not sure what our opponent will do. Yeah, return that to your hand, and then you can exile. I don't know how they're casting this. Are they casting this? Two, 4, 5, 6. So they had to return there. It's a 6 mana. They're doing something for 6 mana. There's their land. Alright, so they did find another land. Now they're going to exile. Probably they have to exile the frog. One or more colors. They have multiple layers now. But they're going to 4. And they have to block, which still we're going to just kill that. So what is our best draw right now? No lands, please. Consign to memory. That's a good card for the future. That was a good draw for us. All right. I mean, it doesn't. Whew. I mean, you're gonna have to. Yeah. All right. It doesn't guarantee us a win by any means, but it does give us a little bit of protection. If they go to 4. We can counter any colorless card they play if I can figure out how to do replicate correctly. All right, they got a big fatty coming. One more. See if I can figure out the replicate business. Hopefully it's pretty intuitive. Kozilek's command. And that should do it. Our sideboard cards, they had sideboard cards, we had sideboard cards, and I think our sideboard cards are getting there. Alright, well, video Tizio, that was a lot of fun. Good luck with your deck. And this is Johnny, ooh, another one. This is Johnny Cycles of cyclesgaming.com, playing a tier 1 deck for a change. I'll catch y'all on the next one.